Okay, everybody else set? I'd like to call the Board of Public Works meeting to order. Clerk Crow Kramer, roll call please.
Alderman Nichols. Alderman Taylor. Alderman Sevenick. Alderman Langdon.
Here.
Alderman Schmidt. Alderman Tom Grady. Alderman Ted Grady. Alderman Rapella.
Thank you. We have minutes to approve from the August 3rd, 2020. Do I have a motion? Or, yeah, do I have a motion to approve the minutes? Oh, yeah. Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of August 3rd, 2020.
Okay, have a motion and a second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Nay. Minutes are approved. Okay, discussion action items. Number one is the quarterly stormwater communication. Director Corey?
Earlier this year, I talked, or I had a kind of an educational poster or flyer that I brought forward, indicating that we would look to try to bring some educational stuff every quarter. This is that. This kind of, there's been a lot of discussion this summer in regards to LG and different things at stormwater treatment ponds and different things of that nature. So this kind of just goes through and gives some information in regards to the weed growth, the algae growth, differing things, why those things are there. So this is just kind of a informational, educational type flyer to help satisfy our stormwater management, our stormwater MS4 permit.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Director Corey on this? Seeing none. Alderman Randy?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Mark. Corey, how are any of the constituent or any of the people in the city going to be given this type of handout, or is it going to be sent to people somehow?
At this time, I haven't sent this out to anyone, but if that's something that you would like, I think it's a good idea. We can take that into consideration. We can try and send it out, through the quarterly educational poster. We could try and gear them towards neighborhoods and things of that nature, and definitely do that. That's another thing. It's part of our MS4 permit, and educating not just staff or you as elected officials, but residents as well.
Yeah, I'd like to send out to the, at least in District 8, all the people who are living around those ponds.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
It's
Thank you.
definitely a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, that was very good, Randy. Thank you. Alderman Taylor?
I'm sorry, I thought you were moving to the next one.
Oh, nope, we need Clerk Kramer. Can we have a roll call on number one? No?
There's no need for a motion. We can move to item 2. It was just a communication.
Yeah, this is communication. Okay. Item number 2 is payment for Northeast Asphalt, Inc., contract unit number 2020-01. That's for the street reconstruction and rehabilitation in the amount of $143,917.35. Payment number 2, Director Corey?
This is a progress payment for the Northeast Asphalt contract. We are done with the storm sewer work. Some of the curb and gutter was placed, some of the excavation has happened. Some more of the streets currently are being pulverized this week. looking to do some milling and overlaying on 9th Street, State Street, and Racine Street, later this week. Starting next week, you should probably start seeing a lot of activity as far as pavement or getting things really close to pavement, getting the pavement done. Nicolay, as Adam just pointed out to me, is been paved and is done.
Thank you. Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve payment to Northeast Asphalt Incorporated as read by Chairman Langdon.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion, second by Alderman Randy. Any further discussion? Okay. So, Clerk Kramer, could we have a roll call, please?
Motion carries 8-0.
Okay. Number 3, it's a payment to Vinton Construction, contract unit number 2020-02, and that's for the Jefferson Park parking lot, the basketball court, and the regrading. That's in the amount of $120,861.81. Payment number 5. Director Corey?
Thank you. This covers primarily electrical work at the park. There's a little bit of the mobilization and the restoration in on this also. Pretty much the project is finished. There's a few punch list item things that need to be finished up there. But hopefully we will be closing this project out shortly.
Thank you. Do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve payment to Vinton Construction as read by Chairman Langdon.
Thank you. I got a motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Tom Grady. Is there any further discussion? Any questions?
Looks nice.
Okay, yeah. All right, so no questions. Clerk Kramer, can we have a roll call, please?
We could use a little rain though.
Oh, badly.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Number 4 is payment to Myron Construction Company, Inc. That's for the Public Works Construction Project in the amount of $2,355,100.07. That is payment number 5. Director Adam?
Yes, this is payment number 5, a progress payment of the Public Works facility. It's made up of primarily the storm sewer site work. The rest of the precast walls are up. Quite a bit of concrete has been poured. The vehicle storage area floor has been poured. The roofing part of this is the roofing system. They are done with the roof on the vehicle storage and are working their way towards the north, and then there's about $400,000 for our HVAC equipment. Most of the equipment has shown up, and they're in the process of getting everything hung in the vehicle storage area.
Yeah, awesome. I was out there with you on Thursday, I think. Friday, took a tour, and boy, it's big. Okay, so, any questions? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve payment to Myron Construction Company as read by Chairman Langdon.
I have a motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Randy Rapella. Is there any further questions?
The 7 cents was the caulking fix, right?
Clerk Kramer, can we have a roll call, please?
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Number 5, we have a change order for the Advanced Construction, Inc., contract unit number 2019-7. That's for the Province Terrace Pond modification construction. Subtract $6,858. That's change order number 1 and final. Director Corey?
Thank you. I will touch a little bit on 5 and 6 because they kind of tie together.
Okay.
The deduct of $6,858 is just quantity changes throughout the project. For the deduct of 658, the remainder is when we left off with this project last winter. There were a couple minor items that they needed to finish up at that point. So we withheld a little bit of money and then the couple items that needed to be installed yet. So that's the final payment on that for the $7,573.27.
So is there Alderman Taylor?
I'll make a motion to approve change order to Advanced Construction as read by Chairman Langdon.
Okay, got a motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Randy Rapella. Is there any further questions? Seeing none, Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. And number 6, Director Corey touched on that for us too. So that's the payment for the Advanced Construction, Inc., contract unit number 2019-07. That's for the Province Terrace Pond modifications construction in the amount of $7,573.27. Payment number 2 and final. Do I have a motion? Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve payment to Advanced Construction as read by Chairman Langdon.
Thank you. Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Randy Rapella. Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Number 7, that's R-30-20, intergovernmental agreement to satisfy eligibility for recycling consolidation for the grant for calendar year 2021. That is introduced by myself, Alderman Langdon. That would be Alderman Adam.
That works. Yeah.
Director Adam.
What this is a resolution that, looking for your approval to pass, outlining the intergovernmental agreement with the other responsible units within the county that enable us to submit or apply for the consolidation grant, which is a grant in addition to our normal recycling grant through the state. Last year it was about $4,400. So.
Thank you. Alderman Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve R-30-20 intergovernmental agreement as read by Chairman Langdon.
I have a motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Randy Rapella. Any further questions? Seeing no one, Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. Last one, number 8, additional December recyclable collection. Alderman Adam. Geez, Director Adam. Sorry.
As you can see in the memo that Deputy Director Brown generated here, We have received complaints in the past over the holidays, especially Christmas, where we'll have, 3-week gap between recycle collections. This is something that we've talked internally, staff and with the mayor, and we felt as though this is something that we can try and do to make sure that over the holidays, it would be just every other week. And again, just so everyone's aware that with a holiday shortened week, we need our garbage trucks to be able to do the extra collection on garbage. And that's, this is something that we think that we can do to sort of help out. So, I know that there's been some discussion, or questions raised to me, in regards to 2021. At this point in time, what you see there, we just wanted to show you how 2020 rolls into 2021 with that additional collection. And the 2021 calendar is set up based on 18 collections yet. Alderman Rappel and I have talked a couple of times, and we thought that we'd at least bring it up here, and Alderman Sevnik as well with his neighbors, as far as trying to come up with some sort of a schedule that is easier for everyone to remember, instead of having to rely solely on these calendars. So if it's the council's direction, I mean, we could certainly look at other options. I think we would need to do something relatively soon before we put together our information that we will be sending out. One option that we've talked about is we believe, without having to add an additional piece of equipment, that we could kind of rotate every other week up to holiday weeks, and then obviously garbage would rule the day, and then we could look at every other week after that. I'm not quite sure what the cost impact would be, but I don't know if there's any interest in that. I know Alderman Rappel and he had made mention to me about, first and third Fridays in his case of the month. But again, what happens is we run into these months where there's holidays, and then we have odd numbers, and it just isn't quite doable without making that investment in equipment to do it, every other week, and then be able to provide additional collections during the holiday. The other question is it, I mean, are we doing this just to make it more simple for the residents? I get that, but that may come at a cost, and how much is worth it, I guess, would be the other question. So we've struggled with this over the last number of years to try and come up with ways to make sure that the public's educated, that they know when it is. And we seem to fail at that, being able to get that information out, or them retaining it, or so just throwing that out there as looking for some direction, some input from you folks.
Alderman Grady?
Thank you, Chair. I guess, Adam, and I would kind of be prepared to find out what the costs are then, just so we get a heads up on what it might be. Thank you.
We'll come back with some ideas here, some proposals, some thoughts.
All
But
right.
we're looking for approval to at least add this one additional one during the Christmas week.
So that's the additional December recyclable collection. Do I have a motion for that? Alderman Taylor?
Thank you, Chairman. I'll make a motion to approve additional December Christmas week recyclable collection.
Thank you. Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Randy Rappella. Any further discussion? Alderman Nichols?
Thank you. What would the cost be to add this additional pickup?
It would be the cost to the city is obviously we would be losing productivity and doing something else, but that's not a financial cost. Would be the cost of the truck, fuel, wear and tear on the equipment running, that would be out. I wouldn't think it would increase our tonnage. It seems to always, you know, throughout the course of the year, our tipping fees are about the same, so I do not have that number for you right off the top of my head, but I would think it would be minimal.
Thank you.
Alderman Sevenick?
Thank you, Chair. One thing that I've always heard since day one of the recycling program was that in December, it should be December, January, it should be changed to reflect the holidays. So I think this is a good idea to move forward.
Any further discussion? Can I have a motion? Alderman Taylor? Oh,
Call.
oh, I'm sorry. Clerk Kramer, roll call, please.
Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you. All right, now, motion for adjournment. Motion to adjourn by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Vorpella. All those say aye? Aye. Nay? We're adjourned. Thank you.